Welcome back to another episode of the Bear Trap on the Boom and Bust channel, a Bears podcast by a Bears fan. I'm your host, Terry, and today we're doing a film session looking at David Montgomery in the run game versus the New York Giants. Before we get started, just want to remind you, leave a message with SpeakPipe. People got a lot to say, but y'all got the platform, y'all not using it. I am busy, so I can't get to every comment and every question on video, so if you want to leave a voice message, that'd be the way to get my attention quicker because not a lot of people use it, but also I check it every day. So definitely do that. If you like the content, go to Patreon, consider supporting. And if you are new, subscribe if you want to stay up to date because I see some people engaged and they're like, oh man, I didn't realize you had a video. This was like, yep, subscribe, keep you up to date. All right, so we're going to go through the run game, man. I'm not going to lie. This is the third time. Technical difficulties. Not super happy about it. But this is the third time for me. So I pretty much have a good opinion of what each play was. But we're going to go ahead. I'm going to try not to spend too much time. All right, so with all that being said, let's go ahead and get this started. So 1st and 10, we're going to do a split zone, a average gain. And one thing that I saw throughout that we ran a couple times is the split zone out of jet motion. And I really liked it because what happens is you'll have a jet, then you'll have a split, and it kind of looks like a counter because you got two people going back, so that might be a little confusing. I like that. But anyway, with this first one, this is kind of a theme throughout, is Montgomery and his vision. This one isn't too bad, but personally, I think he could have continued to press this to the outside as we get back to the play. You'll see a good step by Fetty, good job by Massey, a lot of good jobs on this play side. But what's going to happen is 23 is going to fill the gap or at least be here. And I think instead of going one-on-one with this safety, Montgomery cuts it back into the teeth of the defense, which is obviously a lot tougher because you got a lot of people back there. Backside, obviously, you're not the focal point of the play. But I think they did a good enough job to stay in people's way for inside zone play. Because really the backside is supposed to be either or. If they beat you, then that cutback lane opens up. But if you stay in front, then, that just cuts off the backside pursuit. But to me, I think he could have pressed that. And we'll see that throughout this game. So again, we'll see the same play, split zone, same motion, just different receiver, which I really like. But on this one, again, I think I know 23 does a good job. 23 is going to fill this gap right now, and that's going to cause a cutback by David Montgomery. Now, 23 also makes the pursuit and makes the tackle because the backside did a pretty good job this time. Harris, Leno, I think, blocked long enough for a good backside cut. You'll see Harris wash down Peppers. And so I think backside did a good job. And had that tackle not happened, you're off to the races. But 23 just made a really good play. And he, made it bounce, and then he also made the tackle. So 3rd and 10, we got trips. And then you're going to see a toss play or pitch. Now, here, a couple things. First of all, I never saw this before. What's this man's name? Jabril Peppers, 21. Is just going to completely duck under this block. So we're going to have a crackdown by Robinson, which was passive, but Leno gives a chip, then they keep going. And then Peppers is going to straight duck the block and make a tackle, which is a good play. Can't say, or he didn't make the tackle, he ended up missing it, but he forces it to bounce. And I can't say that I've seen someone do that. That was wild. But also within that same breath, this is also an issue with Montgomery. I mean, we need Leno to arrive balanced, and a lot of linemen stand straight up, but the good ones come in balanced to make a block. But why are you cutting here? Why? It is an outside play, Montgomery. That is a frustrating thing looking at it. So you are in a toss play. It's a perimeter play. Like, at this point, you should be coming pressing the outside shoulder. Press the outside shoulder of Leno. Because honestly, if Peppers ducks under this block, it doesn't matter. He's taking himself way out of the play. Leno still should make that block, but if you, Montgomery, do your job where you coming outside, you got outside leverage. You got a whole blocker here. And so rather than trying to cut up and dance, that kind of took the angles away. I feel like if Montgomery had just pressed that to the outside initially, you would have had a even better result. So 2nd and 10. We're in the first quarter. Trips to the right. Closed. Just the inside zone. Pretty much all we ran was zone. Inside zone, split zone, weak zone. It's all the same stuff. I mean, it's not the exact same stuff, but we didn't run too much difference. Now here, again, you press that. You press that. I'm not sure, like Montgomery. Fetty has a real good step. He does a good job. And they're able to engage this linebacker. Like, press this. I know there's a little bit of a step by Leo, but you kind of just cut right back into the teeth again. And for me, you got to trust these blocks. You got to trust the wave of the zone. I mean, technically, it's a weak zone here. But boom, hit that. And then you got Mooney coming up as well. Because, I mean, you had Whitehair made a good enough block where you could have hit that play side. All right, so we got trips to the left, closed. Inside zone. This is where Montgomery got hurt. And so on this play, you can kind of take it or leave it, but for me personally, again, press this to the play side. You got to cut backside. So when it's stuff on the ground, I already rather you not cut back. I mean, you got some space, but you know with a zone, you always got backside pursuit. So unless the cutback is wide open, you know you're going to have backside pursuit. Now with this, again, they cut. So one person's down. Just press that double team. I mean, they end up peeling off and doing a pretty good job. You just got to trust it. And that's not a comment on him getting hurt. I mean, obviously that's outside of the play. So we're in the third quarter, 1st and 10. 12 personnel. Do an inside zone again. And so we're just going to zone weak away from the 2 tight end set. Good combo by those 2. And again, now this one, you don't even have the safety up there to discourage you. Bounce that or press it, really. Press that. I know Leo's going man-to-man with Fetty, but press that. Take your chances. Because, again, when you come inside, that's where the whole defense is. When you bring it back inside, that's where they got numbers. Press this to the play side. Take your chance with Leo, and then you off to the races. And then at the last second, tried to bounce that, but it's too late. I mean, because we had pretty good jobs by most of the offensive line throughout. with our zone steps especially. I mean, that's the thing I've been saying for a while. Like, if anything, we're really good at being athletic laterally. And so then we're just going to get a lead zone with Holtz. And Holtz did not have a great job this game. So Holtz is in at fullback. We're going to go weak zone, lead weak. And so we got a good double team here. Now, again, on Montgomery, I want to say this isn't one of those plays that was Holt's fault. This is Montgomery again. Follow it. Man, you got to follow the wave. We got a good double team here, which is fine. But now, I mean, even the play is designed for you to follow this back. Look who you got in that gap. And it's a one-on-one matchup. So you could bounce that. If they get cluttered, you could bounce outside. He cuts it back into the teeth of the defense. All right, so 2nd and 6. 3 tight ends, and I love this. Love where we can go from 3 tight ends, motion to a flex, and Jimmy be a legit receiving threat. That's real flexible. I like that. So anyway, in the shotgun, we're going to motion it out, but basically to a 2x2 and do inside zone again. Fetty does a good job zone stepping here. Real good job. I love that block. Backside with Massey. His defender makes a good play, but, I mean, overall, good blocking. Just a tough run. And you like Massey to overtake that a little bit, and then he just lets him fight to inside. So you're not a fan of that, but overall, good run. Take what you can get. All right, so 3rd down, 1st and 10. Got our 22 personnel. Now, this is one where Holtz doesn't do quite a good job. So what's going to happen here is they're going to motion over, so you're going to have 2. Now, obviously, this is a safety, but for run purposes, this is the play side backer. This is backside. Daniels has backside off this peel. Holtz should be getting play side. Now, instead of getting play side, Holtz comes in and chips on the same guy that Daniels is chipping and leaves 27 wide open. And looking at his eyes, Holtz doesn't even see him. And again, that's part of it. Like, people think you can just throw people in positions, but there's a level of skill to these positions. So Holtz doesn't even see 27. And so he chips in on the backside backer. Now, this, you got your eyes up or whatever, but you got to understand that he's play side. So then Daniels does a good job chipping, getting to 54. If Holtz gets to 27 like he's supposed to, that creates a lane here, or at least a better chance for Montgomery to put his shoulder down and fall forward rather than just going into an open tackle. All right, so 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, just another inside zone. Modest gain. So we got a tight end, which is going to zone weak. And Montgomery again, man. You got to press that. That creases so well. He just didn't trust it. He tries to cut back, and that's not what is the. I mean, it can happen in the zone, but you got to read the play. That cutback is not there. Play side, they peel off. That would have been a crease. He would have been off to the races. Montgomery just kind of dances and goes backside, and nothing's there. All right, so 4th quarter, 1st and 10. We got 21 personnel pro. And then we do what's called an insert, which is become more popular over these last few years with offenses on all levels. It's actually funny how stuff starts in high school, goes to college, and then eventually a year later gets to the NFL. But yeah, these receiver inserts is kind of a popular thing. So anyway, we're just going to lead zone week. Now, this is on Montgomery, but also Holtz. Montgomery isn't patient enough. He's going to run past Holtz when he could have just rolled Holtz and let him set that block up and then really hit it. But Montgomery's just been real downhill, as I'm noticing. That's when he's best, where he can just hit the gap as hard as possible rather than having to read it. And then Holtz got to be a little more aggressive through that trash. But overall, Montgomery, you got to have more patience. All right, so I think we hit a big gainer here. No, it's another one. But it was a good gainer. It was 2 broken tackles by Montgomery, which was nice. So we're going to go weak zone away from the 2 tight ends. We're going to have a good double team here. Whitehair peels off nice. Fetty, stays in the way, but, could have continued to move the feet, but Montgomery breaks that tackle. Backside pursuit, he breaks that initial tackle. Just a tough run, real tough run. So, fourth quarter, 1st and 25. I didn't see that the last time. So, 1st and 25. Big hitter by Montgomery. And one of the things I was talking about the last time when I was recording but didn't save is that these are the types of things I don't see from us as much. So this look we got from them, they got 4 on the line, but 2 in the 33. This is the reason it hits. You do the inside zone, no inside threat, so Whitehair is able to get there easy to the double team. Daniels is able to get to the second level right away because he doesn't really have any responsibility. And Leno does a good job backside. So, but the thing that we don't see a lot is us getting into these matchups. Like for me, it seems like a lot of times we run just what we want to run. And it's just like, okay, let's just call the play. And it doesn't seem like we're adjusting until like we're getting this look in this formation. So let's continue to wear them out with this, or let's try to hit this when they give us this look. It doesn't necessarily, and obviously there's a lot I don't know not being there, but it doesn't seem like that's what we do, because you got situations like this where, okay, if we're getting this type of look out of this formation, then let's continue to do that and run our zoning, a couple play actions off of that. But anyway, it was set up well to give Montgomery a nice crease. And again, he's real good when he's able to hit that hole downhill. So 2nd and 2. We are in 21 personnel. We insert again, lead zone. Let's see here. Yeah, because we only got 1. We didn't even get enough. I don't remember exactly what happened on this play. Play side's looking good. Yeah, somebody just, can't tell who that is. Somebody just really blew that up. The initial block was nice. We had a Fetty on this man. Massey getting his guy. The double team was tough. That's who is that? That's whoever came from the second level. They blew that up. And that might be Jabril. I can't really tell. But whoever came from the second level really blew that up. I mean, that's what happens when you punch it, go downhill. I know a lot of defenses don't do that anymore. But here we go with our wing pair tray. Or, yeah, wait, what? I forgot what it's called. But our 3 tight ends, we're just going to run zone again. So our 3 tight end look. Obviously, they're going to cheat over to that side. So we zone that way. Backside cut. And again, this is the lane. And the thing about that is, like, he's sniffing the A gap. That's not even where that's not what a zone's supposed to hit. And then you could look at the alignment and tell that it's going to hit somewhere up in here because they covered the B gap and the C gap. So it's going to hit in one of those phantom gaps. And they actually stunted. But, yeah, that's not going to ever hit here. Like, so Montgomery didn't even press where he should have been pressing. And that, again, with the vision. Because I get it if you don't see it happen, but the play itself is not designed to hit right there. So I don't know why he pressed the A gap initially. So 22 personnel, 2 tight ends, zone weak. That was a modest gain, if barely. But we're going to zone weak, lead with the fullback. And Montgomery, you have to press that, bro. And also, Holt's got to be stronger through the gap. I'm not sure why Montgomery keeps wanting to press A gap, but because that's the cutback, and it's like he's already looking for the cutback. You got to ride the wave. The wave is going here. And we got good blocks on that side too. But also Holtz needs to hit that hole harder and clear that way. All right, so that's it. I think I went through much faster this time, which is fine. Yeah, I mean, we primarily run inside zone, which I've been saying for, I think, mostly last year. That's where our strength is, being laterally quick, especially with a Fetty. So I don't have a problem with that in the different ways we run it. I would like to see a little bit of different tempo with some things. But overall, it's small mistakes that happen in a run game, especially when you're talking about receivers and tight ends as far as blocking assignments. But really the thing I'm focusing on, again, downhill, Dave Montgomery got the juice, but his vision is not necessarily there. Navigating is not his strength. But when you have a zone scheme, that's part of it. Dave Montgomery is much better built to do power and to do gap, but that's not the scheme we run. And so it's gotten a little better this year, but I'm looking forward to see him progress. So go to the comment section. Let me know what you thought about the run game. Share it around. Get the conversation started. Thumbs up, subscribe, and remember, stay up and bear down.